All right, how you guys doing? You guys see my thumbnail? It's basically I took a screenshot. I took a screenshot of a meme that I like. So what's up, JG? How you doing, brother? What's going on, brother? How you been? What's going on? So I see we got a couple people watching at least. Come on, hit that like button. As as some people might think, as boring as it is, I want to talk about politics. I want to talk about the president. I want to talk about the mayor. And I want to talk about the council. All right. As boring as that is, keep you guys hooked. I will be naming, I will be putting out the information of the guy who called the cops on me, talking to me. It's the same guy that was behind the dumpster. All right. So I'm going to be putting out his name and information out there because this is all public record. And the reason why I'm going to name this guy is because he keeps stalking me. He came by my house 3 times that I seen. Three that I seen. So we're going to be naming that people. All right. But we need to talk about what's going on in the real world. We got to talk about the policy makers. Okay. Now, the policy makers are not the same as the policy deciders who actually come up with this shit. The policymakers, which would be like Trump, our governor, the mayor, the council, these people are all put in place by handlers. All right. That's why there's all these endorsements. All right. They got to get endorsement from this people, endorsement from that people. All right. And if you don't do what they want, they're not going to endorse you and you're not getting in. So politics is designed not by the elected, but who is given to the campaigns. Okay. So basically, who the most, he's going to do what you want or she. So that's how it works. That's the situation to be in. Because I plan on running for city council next year. So what does that mean? I'm going to have to learn how not to take these people's bribe they want. So that's basically how it happens. It doesn't matter whether you're a council or the mayor or the president. Once you start running for that office, and especially when you're elected, you have lobbyists. All right. They don't call it bribes, they call it lobby. They're going to lobby you by giving you cash donations. All right. And gifts and whatever favors. And they're going to tell you what they want. So that's how it works. What's up, the dude? I haven't seen the dude in a minute. How you been? Yo, Donnie. Been missing you on live lately. Congrats on 600. Thanks, bro. Yeah, if everybody sees, I got 600 plus now. I got, last time I checked, it was 612 as of today, I think it was. So that's pretty cool. So if you guys can hit that, the dude's been around for a while. He's watching my channel grow, so that's pretty cool. So I've been trying to get to 1,000. That's my next little milestone. My next milestone is 1,000 subscribers. So Watertown. So a lot of my views are coming from a website called News Junkie. So you may be familiar with that website, but if you're not from Northern New York, you're not really going to know about it. But a lot of my views, I give credit to Nikki for sharing my videos. So the last 4 videos that I did, News Junkie has shared. So come over, hit the like button, come over to the comments. We got at least 2 friendlies in here. We got the dude and JG. You know, come over, tell me what you're up to. And I appreciate you, the dude. What's up, doobie brother? What's going on? Dubious brother? It's my buddy Dave. And Dave, I'm going to put you on point for a minute. Everybody doesn't believe in flat Earth, but here's what's great. Here's what's great. So if you're one of my haters who don't believe in the flat Earth, all right, Dave respects me. I respect him. We can talk. We can shoot the shit for hours. But guess what? We don't have the same beliefs. You know, we don't have the same beliefs at all. But I'm respectable and Dave's respectable, and that's good. Oh, now you do? You're a flat earther now? All right. So I do. But either way, I don't know if you're a flat earther or if that's what you meant, like you got respect. But so feels flat, looks flat. Exactly. Exactly. Looks flat, feels flat. So sorry, Dave. I'm just messing with you, bro. Let's go back to talking about politics and what's going on here. Let's talk about Trump for a minute. Trump is mocking good Christians. Now, Trump is going to be against abortions. Trump is against, no, Trump is for traditional marriage. All right. You know, man and a woman. What else? You know, Trump is going to talk about God. You know, he's going to talk about prayer. All right. When a president talks about them things, he's basically going to get the Christian vote. All right. And that's what happened. That's how we call it. Yeah, granted, he threw some other things in there that no president ever did. You know, President Trump never, or President Trump was the first one to tweet and use social media. I think is a positive thing. I think having a president to do that is good. This is what gave me issues because as a Christian, looking at Trump, oh, all right, this guy's trying to help us, you know? And, but the first big red flag when he gave money to NASA, because Obama took money away. Obama took money away from NASA, and Trump gave the largest amount they've ever had. That was my first red flag. And then the icing on the cake to know that this Trump was no good, he created the Space Force. When Trump created the Space Force, I basically knew that America had near to little any hope left. I'll be honest with you, I fell for it. During his campaign before he was president, this is right before I became a flat earther, I thought, wow, this guy's really going to make our country amazing. But with what he's doing on the side, granted, he's talking about flat, you know, fake. He's talking about a fake news story here, a fake news story over there. That's a, you know, he's naming CNN, he's naming Fox, he's naming all these networks that fake news. But then again, he's out there just making a space force, and it's not good. So JG says sea level is flat. Exactly. That's one of my biggest points I talk about. I'm a Canadian, all right? Sea level. Like, come on, all right? Sea level. All right. I mean, that's very important. Marve, how you doing? I haven't seen Marve in a while. How you doing? So I shot the globe and I shot the gravity. Yeah, so I got a video of me globe. So that's one of my old videos. I went to Walmart and I bought a globe and I smashed it. And I got the remains. I made an art piece out of it. So I'll go show you the art piece that I made out of the globe. So this used to be a globe. You guys can read the bottom there. Globes are not meant for educational purpose, but only for decorative purpose. They should change the word decorative to deceptive. So that would be my problem with that sticker, is that sticker needs to say deception instead of decorative. But anyway, I made a nice little art piece out of a globe that I bought from Walmart and I smashed it. All right, so this used to be a globe. So the rock of Christ, look at that splitter right down there. Jammed it in there. Just jam that in there. So let's get to a little bit of information that I'm going to put out there because, first off, it's already public record. And the only reason why I'm going to put this out right now is because this guy has harassing me consistently. This guy has been by my house 3 times today that I've seen him. That was today. Okay. I've already mentioned this how many times a day I've seen this guy go by my house, you know, a bunch of times. All right. So I'm going to go grab the deposition. And Brandon, guess what, Brandon? People are going to know who you are now. I'm going to put you out there because you keep harassing me. So I'm just going through these paperwork that I got here. I was trying to find his address, but I'll just, oh, here it is. We're going to zoom in on this. It doesn't have his address, but I'll tell you where he lives. Right there by my fingertip. Brandon Woosley. All right, we're going to talk about Brandon Woosley. Now, this is the same kid that was hiding behind the dumpster. So if we go back to, so let me read some of the comments. Monterey says Bob Marley. Yeah, I was just listening to Bob the other day. I went through one of his albums. I was listening to one of Bob's albums the other day. JG. Yeah. No, and also against baby killing. So I'm just not voting. Yeah, I'm not really quite sure about voting in the president, but I still, it might be naive of me, but I still believe local works. I believe your mayor. That's important. Like seriously, out of all the people, I think the mayor is actually would be a person politically that actually matters. Because if the mayor stands up against this bullshit, you know that. Could you imagine if the city Watertown mayor stood up against Donald Trump and stood up against Andrew Cuomo, and it was like, no, we're not doing. We're going to be exactly what the Constitution says. We're going to live in truth, all right? Because there's freedom where the Lord is. You know that song? You know that song, everybody? There's freedom where the Lord is. There's freedom where the Lord is. I'm not a good singer, but I like that song. All right. So, like, seriously, if we were at the mayor level to stand up against our governor and our president, that would make Watertown amazing. Watertown would be great again. Watertown would be back the way she used to be run. Because if anybody's history of Watertown, we have an amazing history here. Our history is one of the most interesting in the whole country. So dubious, brother. Brandon got his Facebook page all shut down. Did he? How did he get? Do you know why, Dave? Why did he get his page shut down? So we're talking about Brandon Woosley. All right, he lives over at Sherman, or basically, Apartments. He lives over there. All right, that's where Brandon is. Brandon Woosley lives over at Curtis Apartments. He came to my house 3 times today. All right. And the last time he went by, he said, "Earth is round, dumbass." So that's what he yelled at me as he went by. All right. So this guy has been now. How many times has he come by this week? Probably 10. He's probably come in the last 7 days. Brandon has come by my house that I've seen him. So that means if I've seen him at least that many times, how many times has Brandon come by my house when I haven't seen him? So this is getting ridiculous. All right. I mean, was it 2 weeks ago when he came by? I did. I called the cops and they're like, "Oh, there's nothing we can do, the blah, 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 there's whatever." And I was like, listen, I was like, this kid has been constantly like up my ass. Now, I think he's retarded and I think he's gay. So I think he's a gay retard. All right. And because first off, if you're pissed off about the LGBTQ flag being taken down, that means you're part of them. That means you are a part of the LGBTQ. All right. And if you believe the earth is round, you are retarded. So if you believe a round earth, you are retarded. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you right to your face, you're retarded if you believe a CGI flying earth through space, flying around, moving through the Milky Way galaxy, flying at the speed of light through the universe. You're a fucking retard if you believe that. All right? So, bathroom window. Let me tell you, as soon as I get a cigarette, okay? As within 10 minutes, literally within 10 minutes of me ending my live, Brandon was going down my street, visiting somebody on my street. Straight up, really. I mean, that's how it is. I lived here for 15 months. For 15 months, I lived. I've never seen this kid before. Never seen this kid. Never seen this kid all the way up until about maybe. Really caught my attention when I found him hiding behind the generator. So let's go to that video. I'll show you a picture of him. I'll show you who Brandon Woosley is. So guess what, Brandon? You know, you keep harassing me the way you're doing, and now guess what? You're public now. I put you out there, you know, like what is going on with you? You know, you drive, you know, this isn't the first time he goes by my house that the earth is round. And I usually yell back, "Hey, you're a stalker. Stop stalking me." Is usually what I yell back to him as he goes by. But most of the time I'm in the midst of talking to somebody, like I'm usually talking to my neighbor, and then he'll go by and I'm like, "Yo, that's that kid. That's that kid that always he calls the cop. I want to know how many times Brandon has called the cops on me because of my videos. And I said once over one of his calls, or he flagged him down. But it makes me wonder how many of these stars are from Brandon. How many stars, Brandon? How many stars up on the wall? Check out my channel, brothers. I got a warning and strike for the critical truth bombs I dropped. You know what? The Real News Channel. Let me tell you about. Let's talk about the Real News for a minute. Listen, you guys got to be on to something if you're being striked and taking videos down. It's like a little badge of honor. So I had one video removed. So Brandon lives over at Curtis Apartments on West Main Street. So that's where Brandon Woozler. So I'm going to go to my videos and I'm going to show you. This is when this kid caught my attention. It was seriously, this is the definition of a stalker. I mean, this is why there's a law about stalking because of this kid. All right. Like, there's one thing to go video somebody who's a elected official on public property. But when you're trying behind generators and dumpsters and trees and stuff like that, just to get a peek at somebody, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. So we're going to go to my playlist and we're going to go to parking lot ambush. So we're going to go to the parking lot ambush videos. And I just got to remember what it is. It might take me a minute to find the exact video.
Manager, so why is that happening?
But what I'll do is
All right, everybody, as you can see, I'm in the City Hall parking lot. And if you look over there, first off, the earth is flat and motionless. We all know that, right? And then the corona, all right? On top of it.
All right, that's not the video I'm looking for.
Manager, so why is that happening?
Just give me a minute. No,
Hey, everyone.
Curtis Apartment. So Dave says, wait, Curtis is all old people or disabled. You have a mental disability. So Brandon's got to have a mental disability if he's over at Curtis Apartments. There must be some kind of disabled mental disorder. Maybe he can't help himself. Maybe Brandon just can't help himself, and that's why he's stalking me the way he's doing.
I'm trying to figure out what's on with our city.
Hold on. I just got to find which one that he was in. But I'll show you a picture of who I'm talking about.
All right, everybody.
So it's not in my parking lot ambush. So it's got to be in one of my city hall. Wait a second. Where the heck is it? Council meetings. This is I couldn't get into Curtis Apartments. I'm epileptic. Really? I want to be over there anyway. Curtis Apartments is not a good place to live. Well, it's got to be in my parking lot ambush videos. But just give me a second, guys, and I'll find. So thanks for the shout out. I'll send some traffic your way in a few days when I can upload again. Piece on Instagram too. There was a few banned from Facebook, Twitter. All right, thanks for the news channel. Appreciate that. Yeah, you got a really nice place now. You got a way better place than Curtis Apartments, Dave. You got a real nice place. So, I mean, it's got to be in my parking lot ambush videos, right? Well, which one is it? Is it this one?
Same over there.
I found the video. So he's in parking lot ambush 3. So this is Brandon. That's Brandon.
Come on, dude. Why are you hiding on me and acting like that? This guy's hiding over here in the corner.
What are you filming?
Because I'm on public property. All right, and that's what I'm. This is public property, and I'm here to film whatever happens.
This on YouTube. Come on.
There.
Don't.
It will be. So when I was getting here to the parking lot, I see behind this generator over here. All right, and then I come over to see who it is. He's acting all sketchy, and turns out to be somebody that is a hater, and he's being really sketchy, and he's hiding in the corner over there. So we'll see what else goes on here tonight. So that guy took off in the hole. See if I can get a better view. Well, there's a hole in the fence, and that guy took off over there. I think he was recording me, or what. I don't know what he was doing, but it was so suspicious. But that guy has been a hater of mine, and it's just weird. I should have recorded the conversation I had with him when I first found him. But that was so weird to go through. So this guy has been hiding me on the other side of this fence and keeps looking at me. I wonder who he works for or what he's doing, because this guy has been like around town. What's up, man? What are you doing? What are you doing behind that dumpster? What are you doing over there, man? All right, so it's interesting to find out who this guy is, because obviously he's not leaving. We get his feet's under the truck, everybody. We already got your face. He's under. You can see his feet under them trucks ducking down. This is so weird. See him over there? He's just crouching down. Like spying on me. Like he tried to hide when I walked over here, so I wouldn't see him. And when I started talking to him, he had his mask on. But when I confronted him behind the generator, that's when I got him without his mask. And he's stuck over there. This is the weirdest thing. Well, anyway, we got cops. There's cops over here. Hey guys, check this out. I got some flyers. Would you like some flyers, ma'am? You don't want to know what the Bible says and real science says about this? All right. All right. Well, I guess we got some members of the Watertown Police Force here today, so that's cool. So that's good to see. They're gonna let me exercise my rights. So now that guy's back. He's hiding behind the pillar. It's funny. He's up there talking to the cops. There he goes.
So that's Brandon, everybody. This was 3 months ago. So that was from 3 months ago. All right. Oh, that's crazy. I got 33 likes. You gotta go over and hit the like buttons. It's got over 1,000 views, but only got 33 likes. Like, come on. That number needs to change. He's behind the dump. So anyway, guys, that's one of my stalkers. So, and that's a learning curve. I mean, I know of 3 right now that I'm aware of. I got 3 stalkers that I'm aware of right now. So It is what it is. You know, it's one thing to come up and talk to me, but to do like some like hidden spying stuff, that's crazy. Because people say, "Oh, you're stalking." People say about me about the mayor, like, "Oh, you're stalking them." First off, I'm on public property in the open. I'm in. I'm in the open. I'm not trying to hide. I'm trying to get people into the light, and they're elected officials. All right. So, and I don't go to their houses. I sure shit don't go. All fuckers, they be coming by the house. There, good. Well, keep it going. We got three. We got to change it. We got to get it above that number. Even 30, not a good number. So his name is Brandon Woosley, and he went over when I took down the gay pride. He went over and took a stick. He took a stick and into a secure lockbox, took a stick and fished out the pride flag. And then when a Watertown City police officer was driving by, he flagged him down, and the officer raised the flag. So that's what Brandon did, and now I'm going to trial. So I'm trying to find this position that actually has Brandon's address. I don't know. But anyway, it's Curtis Apartments over there on West Main Street. Yeah, I don't know what apartment. So anyway, Brandon, why do you keep going by my house several times a day? Like, are you that like retarded that you think that the Earth is flying through space? That you're trying to convince me otherwise? Um, like I don't understand what your issue is to come by somebody's house. All right, unless you're gonna like I got people that come by my house all way more than you do, Brandon. But you know what's different? They come over and they talk to me, and we shoot the shit. So what you're doing is pretty creepy. I know you're part of the LGBTQ, and I know you're brainwashed into believing the Earth is round and flying through space. I mean, that's where you get your mental issues. So anybody who has mental problems, it all stems from the lies that our government is trying to make us believe. All right. That's why people have issues with things. It's because we're being taught lies, but subconsciously our spirit knows it to be bullshit and we react in certain ways. All right. And that's what it is. So if you believe in a round earth, you're retarded. Straight up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So it's just crazy how many times a day I see this kid come in my house. Oh man, he comes by on his bicycle. Well, I keep calling him a kid. He's probably in his 20s. But you're a kid to me, cartoon spinning ball. All right? You're a kid to me. All right, Brandon, there's your 15 minutes of fame. So we talked about Brandon for 15 minutes. He says, JG says, I wish I can come by, Donnie, and meet with you and get an autograph. I'll tell you what, come by, we'll talk, and I'll give you the autograph. I'll be honest with you, this time I've been asked. But I have not given it. I've been asked for my autograph twice. Twice so far, I have been asked for my autograph. I just laughed it off. because that's funny to me. You know, people asking for, so that makes three people now. So three people now have asked for an autograph. That's funny to me. Because I've never, I've never had that. Because when I was a kid, I got two autographs when I was a kid. I got to meet Hulk Hogan in Clearwater, Florida. He was at a car wash. Me and my mom were driving by, and my brother and my sister were all driving by a car wash in Clearwater, Florida. And I looked over and I seen Hulk Hogan stand there, yellow Viper. I was like, Mom, that's Hulk Hogan at the car wash. She said, my mom turned the car around, went over to the car wash, and she said, go in and get his autograph. Went in and I got his autograph. No, I was a kid. I don't have that no more, but I never would have thought, but anyway, and then I met another time I was in Clearwater, Florida. I met the Big Show, the Big Show, right? I met him at a mall, and I got his name was Paul. His first name, I remember his name was Paul. And he didn't sign it the Big Show. He signed it his real name, but I got to meet him. But those are the only two times in my life I ever asked anybody for an autograph, and I was a kid. I was 12, 13 probably. I was probably about 13. So that makes I have now been asked for my autograph 3 times. I don't know what to do. Like, really? Like, I don't. Is my autograph worth anything? I don't know. I am trying to find my lighter so I can light my cigarette. Doesn't mean nothing. I mean anything. You know what? When I started, I did mention that I wanted to go live, that I was going to go live every day. And you know what? I was pretty motivated. I was pretty motivated to go live every day. But the quality of my lives, like, you can only understand a couple things that I say because it's always cutting. So now when I really want to bring something up is the only time I go live. The internet, where I could produce a better product for a better video, would go live probably way more than what I'm doing now. Because I go back and watch my lives and I can't believe anybody watches them because how bad. So JG says you're YouTube famous to me. Well, thanks, man. It's a little different. It's a learning curve. So like I was talking to my neighbor and she's like 70 years old and she knows YouTube and stuff. And I was talking to her today and I was like, it's a learning curve to deal with like what's going on YouTube, because before when people would know my name, they would say, hey Donnie, how you doing? Or what's new with stalkers, because we were talking about stalkers. Because when I was talking to my neighbor this morning is when Brandon first went by, and I said, hey, that's one of my stalkers. Learning curve, like it's different now. It's weird because I was out with a friend of mine last night, and I heard some strangers talk about me as we were walking by. Right? I heard some strangers that I didn't know who they were, and they were talking about me. And I turned to my buddy and I said, they were talking about me just now. And he said, don't be paranoid. I said, don't be paranoid. And I said, I'm not paranoid. I'm telling you what is going on. Then he's like, okay. And then another guy, we were sitting on a picnic table downtown, Another guy comes up to me and starts taking. I'm in public property, whatever, so no big deal. But I'm like, you see what I'm like? Do you see what's going on? So for the first time, I had someone take my picture, but just coming up, didn't even ask me or nothing. They just took my picture. Whatever. And then to top it off, there was a guy who drove by in a van, and I said, "Hey man, you see that guy stare at me like that?" And he's like, "Oh man, you're paranoid." So my buddy Theron's telling me I'm paranoid. I'm like, "No, bro, I am not paranoid. This is what goes on a daily basis with me." So the guy goes around the square a second time, and he comes over and parks. He gets out and he's like, "Hey Donnie, how are you?" And I shook his hand, but the thing is, I didn't know who he was. He's like, "Yeah, I know you, Donnie." And I was like, so we talked, I don't know, man, a good 10, 15 minutes. He hung out with us and then he left. But he left. I looked at my buddy Theron and I said, "I told you." Like, I told you, bro. So I'm not paranoid. I mean, this is what's going on, and it's different. It's something that I have to become adjusted to, and whatever. And like, that's a real thing. Like, it's weird to be recognized when you're out. So yeah, I'm a small channel. So Mars says, yeah, still not famous. Search on YouTube. So yeah, I'm a very small channel, but locally, it's starting to get out there. So locally in the area in northern New York, it's starting to get out that there's this crazy. So apparently, because I talk to a lot of people, a lot of my friends, when they're out doing, because you know how your friends got friends that are not friends with you, so everybody's got different connections, right? So my buddy Dale always tells me, he's like, "Oh, I was at so and so's house and they mentioned you and telling you that you're the crazy." So I guess I'm known as the crazy nut job, so whatever. I mean, it's a learning curve. I mean, I don't really, know how to just deal with it. I've been saying I'm Facebook famous, even though I'm on YouTube. It seems that I'm more famous on Facebook now that I don't have it, because apparently there's a lot of people out there and and all that type of stuff. Sweet, man. JG says, you always get an automatic thumbs up for me every time I get notifications. Dave says, that's 100% true. Yeah, it's just a learning curve. I'll learn, increase, which is fine. Listen, I don't want to discourage you from coming up to talk to me. You see me out in town, you see me out and about, come up and talk, but just don't make it weird, creepy. All right. So don't make it weird and don't make it creepy. Just come up to me and talk to me. So Dave says, Seth Hill's Facebook freaks love Donnie. Yeah. So Seth Hill, let's talk about Seth Hill for a minute. What's up, Orez? What's going on? Never seen you in a while. So we're going to talk about Seth Hill, who's the owner of Card Cafe. And Seth and his gay friends are the ones who organized the protest against me. So the whole country has been protesting, and Watertown, the LGBTQ had a protest against me. I can't believe it. So Donnie Lee was one of the protests this year. I can't believe it. I can't believe it that there was over 100 people that showed up to protest against me. I mean, that's the biggest protest. Like now, well, Black to Blue, they probably had more, but they were all in their cars and stuff. But I count there's over 100 people that showed up for that one. So Seth Hill is known as Foxy Divine. Yeah, he's a. Is he a trainee? Did he get his penis cut off and have a vagina installed? Is that what happened? I don't even know. Maybe that's why he acts like he does, because he had his dick and balls taken off. So I mean, they have surgeries for that now. You can have your penis removed and have a vagina installed. I don't know what he dresses. Yeah, so let's go to the Tarot Card Cafe. We're going to go to their Facebook page. Seth has his vagina as his mouth. Yep. So, here, look at this. So the first post that I come across is cards. So it says, get Egyptian cards monthly prescriptions. Cost 1,100, whatever that sign is. My phone's about to die. So the first thing I got, they got some Egyptian stuff going on, and it's a guy getting slayed, worshiping Pisces. So more tarot cards. He's trying to sell tarot cards. Wow, that's all he's trying to do right now. I do have there is some pictures in here. Oh, Seth is on YouTube too. I think it's Foxy Divine. Let's go to Seth's YouTube page. So Seth Hill, aka Foxy Divine, is on YouTube. Now, I do not know if he has blocked me, but we'll take a look. So I actually subscribed to see what he does. So this is Foxy Divine. This is Seth Hill. This is his YouTube channel. And he's got he just started it. He just started his YouTube channel. All right, back in June. So he just joined back in June. He's seen how well my channel was doing. And he's like, he wanted to go to YouTube because he's seen what I was doing on YouTube. So, and his channel has 539 views. And he has 73 subscribers. Yeah, and it says he's got 73 subscribers. So this is the gay witch. He's a witch. He's a Wiccan. This guy. Here we go. Got some September predictions.
Hey witches, welcome back to my channel. I'm Foxy Divine, casting spells, and sassy as hell. Today we are doing a pick a card. For those of you who don't know, it's where I've laid out 4 crystals. Each of them have a pile of cards for a message for you in the month of September. I will be putting all of the timestamps inside of the description for each crystal, so you can go ahead and skip to your message in your pile. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, click that bell notification so you can keep up with all this witchy content. Join the family and add a little bit more magic into your life. Without further ado, let's get it. Okay, witches, we have 4 piles here. We have obsidian, selenite, rose quartz, and hematite. I did a meditation with each crystal and then drew cards for the meaning and message for you in the month of September. Before you choose your crystal, let's do a light meditation together, and then you can see the message that comes to you. I want for you to close your eyes, and let's take breaths together. Take a deep breath in, and then out. Deep breath in, and out. Let's take one more deep and out.
So that's this guy.
You're starting to feel relaxed.
Now, let me give you some information about crystals and things of the earth. They have a purpose, absolutely. All right? Each thing that God has made, gold, silver, obsidian, quartz, all these things do have a purpose and for our uses. But to do it the way Seth and the witches and the Wiccans and all them stuff do, that's putting an idol before the Lord. Okay? Now, like a quartz crystal, it can be used for watches and stuff like that. But to pray unto and meditate, they're praying unto elements that God has made. And we're not to worship creation. So Wiccans and the witches and the warlocks, like he is a confessed witch, pray and believe under earthly things that God has created. All right? And it's not what we're called to do. So that's another one of my haters. I forgot. He's a stalker too. You know what? I got at least 4 stalkers that I know of. Because he wasn't one of them. I got Gary Andrews, and I got Seth Hill. I got Bransley, and a guy who shot up my house the other day, Tajmar Brandon. So those are the 4 stalkers that I know of. So if you guys want, go over to Foxy Divine's channel. So that's how it's spelled. Go over there and tell him about creation, and tell him that a penis goes inside a vagina because he doesn't know about it. He doesn't know that a penis is for a vagina. I guess he forgot somewhere. Someone forgot to tell him. So he's against the cross-dressing of 5-year-olds. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy what's going on, So it's a real town. We got witches, we got warlocks, we got pedophiles, we got transsexuals. We got all these abominations here in the city of Watertown. And it seems like nobody's doing nothing about it. And then I come along, and guess what? We're gonna expose them. We're gonna lose these deviant people. We're gonna expose them. They're no good. No good. They're no good. Their spirit is, one and the same as the devil. They're gonna lie. They're gonna cheat. They're gonna steal. They're gonna do all these things against you. And on top of that, they're gonna lie against you. So that's how they're gonna do it. So anyway, that's pretty good enough for tonight. We expose Brandon. Stop coming by my house. Like, that's like gay. All right, that's pretty gay of you to be coming by my house all this time. All right, like, stop it. All right. There's no reason for you to come by my house, Brandon. All right. So we also got this Foxy Divine. Everybody go over there and spam this guy. Tell him the truth of how things are. All right. That's what we can do. I'm getting another shout out to the real news. So if you guys are just joining, the real news, he's in the comments. If you know, check out his channel. I have watched some of his stuff or her. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. But I have watched some of the real news channel's videos. So go check out his channel or her channel. So yeah, Dave said, "Hey Brad, if you read this, we know who you are." Just saying. Yeah, you're exposed. So if anybody wants is, he's in parking lot ambush 3, and he's the guy that was hiding behind the dumpster and running around, hiding behind the generator. All right, this guy is the same guy. He went by my house 3 times today that I seen. So that's how many times has he gone by when I didn't? You know, so that makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. So, all right, guys, bye, and don't forget to subscribe and share my videos. JG, thanks, Donnie. Awesome live show tonight. Bless you, bro. All right, thanks, JG. All right, thanks everybody for coming by.